In this video, we're going to talk about what is Ms. Passive Income. Ms. Passive Income is an educational platform built by passive income investors for passive income investors. It introduces everyday investors to niche, alternative income generating asset classes, such as litigation financing and movie bridge loan financing that most people have never encountered. The platform provides free education, transparent founder-led insights, and direct access to niche asset operators for those who want to explore further. Overview of Ms. Passive Income. Ms. Passive Income is a real operating platform with a public founder, an active community, and a verifiable transaction history. It was built with a clear mission: to shine a light on alternative passive income opportunities that exist outside the mainstream opportunities that have long been available to institutional or high net worth investors, but are rarely discussed in beginner investing circles. The platform's core promise is not just education in theory, but education grounded in real-world experience. The founder personally invests her own money into the asset classes she covers, publishes her actual returns, and compares them against the figures stated by asset operators, giving the community an honest, ground-level view of what these investments actually look like in practice. Beyond content, Ms. Passive Income serves as a bridge connecting interested investors directly with niche asset operators so they can conduct their own due diligence, negotiate their own terms, and transact independently. How it works. A simple explanation. Learn for free. The platform offers free educational content covering niche passive income asset classes. Visitors can read, explore, and build their understanding at their own pace with no obligation to invest in anything. Follow real founder experiences. The founder invests her own capital into the assets covered on the platform. She then publishes her real numbers, actual returns, timelines, and experiences, and compares them against what operators initially projected. This creates a transparent feedback loop for the community. Get introduced to asset operators. For those who want to go further, the platform facilitates direct introductions to the niche asset operators behind each opportunity. Do your own due diligence. Investors speak directly with operators, review agreements independently, and make their own informed decisions. Transact directly. There is no third-party intermediary. Contracts are signed directly between the investor and the operator, and capital is wired directly, keeping the process clean, transparent, and within the investor's control. Types of investments and income sources. Ms. Passive Income focuses on structured, short to medium-term financing strategies where capital helps solve timing gaps for businesses and operators. The asset classes currently explored on the platform include litigation financing, providing capital to support legal cases in exchange for a share of the settlement or judgment; movie bridge loan financing, medium-duration loans that help film productions, bridge funding gaps between financing commitments; legal lending capital deployed into structured legal funding arrangements; bridge lending, short-term loans to businesses or operators awaiting longer-term financing; receivable-based funding financing backed by a business's outstanding receivables or future cash flow. These are all structured opportunities in which capital solves a real timing problem, and returns are generated through that financing arrangement rather than through market speculation. Who it is designed for. Ms. Passive Income is designed for investors who are curious, self-directed, and open to exploring income opportunities beyond traditional stocks, bonds, or real estate. It is particularly well-suited for beginner to intermediate investors looking to understand alternative asset classes before committing capital; passive income seekers who want their money working for them through structured, time-limited opportunities; diversification-minded investors who already have exposure to conventional assets and want to explore uncorrelated income streams; education-first investors who value understanding what they invest in before taking any action; community-oriented individuals who appreciate founder-led transparency, real data, and peer discussions. It may be especially relevant for people who have heard terms like alternative investments, but never had a clear, accessible entry point into understanding them. Key benefits. free, accessible education on niche asset classes that are rarely discussed in mainstream investing content. Founder-tested investments. The platform founder uses her own money, publishes real return data, and shares honest comparisons against operator projections. Direct access to asset operators, no third-party intermediary, no hidden layers. Investor controls the process. Due diligence, contracts, and capital transfers are handled directly between investor and operator. Transparent, real-world numbers, both stated returns from operators and actual founder experience are published openly. Active community with founder-led communication and ongoing discussions. Free newsletter to stay informed about new asset classes and platform updates, even if you never make a transaction. Balanced, trust-first positioning. The platform avoids hype and encourages investors to make decisions based on their own research. Things to be aware of. Ms. Passive Income values transparency, and that includes being straightforward about the considerations every investor should think through before engaging with any of the asset classes covered on the platform. Liquidity. Many of these are short to medium-term structured opportunities. Capital may be committed for a defined period and may not be accessible on demand. Investors should ensure they are comfortable with the liquidity profile of each asset before investing. Risk tolerance. Alternative asset classes carry their own risk profiles, which differ from traditional investments. These are not equivalent to savings accounts or index funds, and past results, including the founder's own, do not guarantee future outcomes. Suitability. Not every opportunity will be right for every investor. Factors such as financial goals, existing portfolio composition, income needs, and investing experience all play a role in determining suitability. Due diligence is the investor's responsibility. The platform facilitates introductions and shares educational content, but all final decisions rest with the individual investor. Direct conversations with operators and independent review of all agreements are strongly encouraged. These are niche, less well-known asset classes. That is part of the opportunity, but it also means there is a learning curve. The free content on the platform is a good place to start before considering any transaction. Whether or not Ms. Passive Income is right for you depends on your goals, risk appetite, and financial situation. At minimum, exploring the free educational content and subscribing to the newsletter is a low-risk way to expand your investing knowledge. Summary. Ms. Passive Income is a founder-led, education-first platform that opens the door to niche passive income asset classes, from litigation financing to movie bridge loans that most everyday investors have never encountered. Built on a foundation of transparency, real founder investment experience, and direct operator access, the platform empowers investors to learn, ask questions, and make their own informed decisions without intermediaries. Whether you are simply looking to expand your financial knowledge or actively seeking diversified income opportunities, Ms. Passive Income offers a credible, community-driven starting point. As with any investment, careful consideration of your own goals, liquidity needs, and risk tolerance is essential, and the platform's free resources make it easy to begin that process at no cost.